and I believe Ms. Griego wanted to speak. We do still have quorum, and can I collect your vote, Dr. Rivas, for tab 3, the consent calendar?
Yes.
That's a yes, thank you. And Ms. Ortiz-Franklin, can I collect a vote for that?
Also yes.
It's also a yes. Thank you. Okay, so tab 4, we'll move on to tab 4. We have public comment. We have 4 folks here in person, or 5 in person and 2 calling remotely. So I will call on the folks who are here in person, and then we will go to those calling in remotely. Matt Roethle, come on down. You'll have 2 minutes to speak once you begin. Then after Matt R is Belinda Ma, and then Cosette, and then Yulin Olliver. Come on down. And I apologize for mispronouncing your name, probably.
I think actually Belinda Ma's on the phone.
Okay. If Belinda Ma is on the phone, I'll come back to her after,
Okay, no problem.
after those in person.
No problem.
All right, the 2 minutes is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, LAUSD board members, Superintendent Carvalho, and district management. My name is Matt Roethle, and I'm the father of a rising third grader in the Mandarin Immersion Program at Broadway Elementary School in Venice. I'm here today to ask the Office of the Inspector General to open an investigation into why LAUSD has failed to keep its promise to students and parents to keep classrooms staffed with credentialed teachers. Most recently, our Spanish immersion program suffered the loss of one of its credentialed Spanish-speaking teachers, and the district failed to find a credentialed replacement for at least 2 months. In the Mandarin immersion program, one of our second grade classes lost a credentialed English teacher, and the district failed to find a replacement for at least 3 months. Unfortunately, these are not isolated incidents. In both of these incidents that I'm citing, parents and principal were left to pick up the pieces because the district failed to provide a teacher. Instead of working with the stakeholders, the district, again, their answer has been to scapegoat our principal, Rochelle Garman, for something that was completely outside of her control. This is not acceptable, and we as parents ask that the board not tolerate such reprehensible conduct by management. There is still time for this to be fixed, and parents stand ready to work with the district and Principal Garman to help build a teacher pipeline for our unique programs so that this does not happen again. If the district continues to disregard the substantive issues facing Broadway in favor of taking the easy way out, the parents will avail themselves of other options in the interests of our students' educations. I implore the Office of the Inspector General and the board to investigate the District Region West's atrocious handling of this situation. Thank you all very much.
Thank you for your time. I will call on Ms. Ma. She is calling in, so I'll call her after I call on the folks who are in person. Cosette? Cosette, are you here? Come on down. You'll have 2 minutes to speak once you begin.
Thank you, board, for your time. My name is Cosette. My daughter is an immersion student in LAUSD. When I attended LAUSD, my parents pushed us to assimilate, speak English. That's why it's important to me that my daughter is in an immersion program. Agnes Kamau told us equity means access to all, but our school's teacher recruitment scholarship was blocked despite having a teacher shortage, and a UCP complaint resulted in our Mandarin students receiving fewer resources than other students at our school. There are 174 Spanish immersion schools, only 21 schools teaching 6 other languages. How can there be such a disparity? With declining enrollment, opening classrooms without demand negatively impacts performance. Spreading resources too thin has harmed those 21 neglected immersion schools that are actually growing, proving the concept behind the growth trap. The district presented to our school in May. Parents were not allowed to speak, so I researched administrators in attendance and found that Lydia Acosta-Stevens is responsible for our program. Though I was troubled to find that despite being found liable of multiple counts of discrimination in a California court, she remains in a position of power. How does that make sense? Someone named on record for trying to dismantle those 21 other language immersion programs is still in charge at MMED. How can we trust LAUSD with our children's education when the district allows someone with discriminatory biases to manage culturally sensitive programs? In the lawsuit, the plaintiff was awarded $2 million. Can you imagine if that money went to the schools that were discriminated against? The work plan is about integrity in programs and operations, so I ask, who is overseeing the oversight? When someone like Lydia Acosta-Stevens has authority over multicultural education programs, there can be no integrity. How is it fiscally responsible that the people perpetuating these systemic inequities remain employed while our beloved Principal Garman has been scapegoated and removed from her position at Broadway? Please, support the immersion programs that have been discriminated against by removing Lydia Acosta-Stevens from MMED and LAUSD, because there's no place for bigotry in public education.
Thank you for your time. Yulin Olliver, come on up. You'll have 2 minutes to speak. And then after Yulin is Steve Sugarman.
Good afternoon, Superintendent Carvalho and board members. Thank you for the opportunity to speak on the OIG work plan. My name is Yulin Olliver. I use she, her pronouns. I'm a sports agent, an ex-pro snowboarder, and a parent at Broadway's dual language immersion elementary, LAUSD's top 11th school. Like our superintendent, Broadway doesn't speak just 1 or 2 languages, but 3. So there I was walking my daughter through the school gates. Colorful Dia de los Muertos and Lunar New Year decorations are up. More than 100 families are driving in from outside the district, some more than an hour away, just to be part of this school. And me, I actually live next to the #1 school in LAUSD, but I still choose Broadway. LAUSD enrollment is declining, but not at Broadway. Ours is growing. Teacher morale has never been better. Our principals know every child by their first name. Broadway is one of the only dual immersion schools in LAUSD, and in the top 11, only 1 other school has immersion. And we have 6 classes per grade to their 1. So I'm mind blown that while there's a curriculum for the Spanish immersion, Mandarin has gone without a curriculum for 15 years. Our principal has had to pay teachers in their free time to build it from scratch. Please look into this inequity and end it for 2026. And now our principal is getting taken away, and in what's been a pretty shady process, while blocking the new free student teacher program that we built for 25-26 with LMU, which lacks both due diligence and budgetary logic. No better way to destabilize our greatest gem of a school and cause students and teachers to leave the district. So in my closing request, if I may, please audit whether non-Spanish programs have been predictably left without curriculum for 15 years. Please audit whether Black women principals on the west side are being removed at disproportionate rates. Just looking at the job descriptions this morning. Reinstate the free to LAUSD LMU student teacher program. End the Mandarin curriculum gap. And please reverse the decision to remove Principal Garman. Replacing principals is not cost effective.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Steve Sugarman. Steve Sugarman, are you there? Steve Sugarman? Not here. Okay, Belinda Ma, I see you're online with us. Belinda Ma, please press *6 to unmute yourself, and you'll have 2 minutes to speak once you begin. Belinda Ma.
Good afternoon, LAUSD board members, Superintendent Carvalho, and district managers. My name is Belinda Ma. I am a proud, about to be 3rd grade parent at Broadway Elementary, and I spoke, I guess a couple weeks ago at one of your board meetings about our beloved principal being removed. But this opportunity I'd like to speak to today is to bring your attention to a highly concerning issue that we look at. We ask you to revise the fiscal work plan, for fiscal year 2026 for the OIG, to include an investigation into use resources to investigate the Office of Student Civil Rights and the Region West for their mishandling of a situation regarding the Uniform Complaint Procedures case UCP-023-23/24. It was a report dated December 1st of 23, and this report resulted in erroneous and completely fabricated material that has no legal precedent. The false conclusion that it came to was that language immersion programs are a protected characteristic. And this is a huge problem for the school district because you are creating a new class of protected, new class of protection that is not guaranteed by law. And this lack of impartiality and zero due diligence that resulted in this false claim is standing, and it hasn't been investigated. And so we're asking that you look into this, because it shouldn't be allowed to stand, or it's going to create a dangerous legal precedent, which will be costly to the district and to taxpayers alike. The OIG needs to focus on this problematic finding, which results in a highly successful program in LA Unified, losing our beloved principal, and also having multiple problems now internally because it has been, this decision has been misinterpreted.
Thank you very much for your time.
The findings were correct.
Thank you for your time. Okay, we've got Mr. Sugarman is not here. James Chortner, you're also supposed to be online. You are not there. Are you in the room, Mr. Chortner? James T. Not here. And Mr. David Tokovsky, you're signed up as speaking remotely. I do not have you online in front of me. Are you in the room, Mr. Tokovsky? He is not here. And so I believe this item was up for discussion by Ms. Griego.
I have a question. So, Ms. Stengel, earlier in the year, you shared that you were doing an investigation on special education, or you were planning to. So can you share about that? Because I did not see it in the plan.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon. So thank you for your question. First of all, special ed is not on our work plan.